What's up, Internet? Back with you again is Sandro from Pixel Opinions, and I'm doing another First Impressions video. This one actually comes to you by request from my friend Fredrock. It's a game that Google pronunciation tells me is called Nioh. If anybody knows the correct pronunciation on that, just let me know. I think it's Nioh. It's a game developed by Team Ninja, the guys who did Ninja Gaiden, and right now it's getting a lot of buzz in the internet for being a bit of a cross between Onimusha and Dark Souls. I'm a fan of both franchises as well as Ninja Gaiden, and they're all well known for their difficulties, so let's check it out.
Alright, diving in. Quite literally, apparently. Did I accidentally click on Witcher? Is anybody else noticing that the main character looks like an Asian-inspired Geralt of Rivia? Seriously, even his outfit. Whatever, that aside, these graphics seem alright. I think the inevitable comparison to Dark Souls will always be there, and I don't expect the greatest graphical fidelity, but it's very atmospheric. Alright, I don't have a weapon. Alright, looks like... nope. Well, he's not using it anymore. We got a light attack, a strong attack, a dodge button. This isn't gonna go well. If this is anything like Dark Souls, I'm gonna just tell you guys right now, I die a lot. So I got here. Is this like a bonfire? I can pray. Alright, looks like Amrita is your currency and you use it to level up. Pretty much like Souls in Dark Souls. Got a block button. Okay. What is this? Are these like the memories? Echoes. Wait. Fight Revenant. The hell does that mean? Oh! Well, that was quick. I got a feeling I'm going to see that screen a lot as we go on. Alright. So I'm starting to think that this shrine really is like your bonfire. And this wolf might be my grave. Oh, and I get my Amorite back. I really think that this is going to be very similar to anything we've seen in Dark Souls. But I'm not sure if these are other players that died or the PvP, but I think I'm going to try and avoid those. Oh, you lose stamina quickly. Alright. Got some boots here. I will say this, the menus here are fairly straightforward. They're very simple, but they're kind of small. I wish you could upscale this a little bit. Level up. You know, these games are the worst to do a first impressions video because there's so much going on. What does Ki do? Affects life and poison resistance. Okay, we'll do that. Increases damage from a mid-stance sword attack by 6%. I do have a skill point, but I don't... Yeah, I'm just going to ignore that for now, because I don't think anybody wants to see me sitting in a menu. They probably want to see me dying. Thing about these games... Oh, yeah, so he respawned when I went to the shrine. I don't know, this is almost entirely too much reminiscent to Dark Souls. I mean, imitation is flattery, but just changing the aesthetic might not be enough. Unless, of course, you're one of those people who just wants more of the same, and in which case, I'm thinking that you don't even need to watch the rest of this video. Just download the demo. I'm not sure how long it is, but apparently, if you do finish the demo, you do get an item that's unlocked for the full release of the game. So, it might be worth it if anybody is curious about it, just to check it out, give it a try, get used to the combat and the controls, and then have that item for when the full launch comes out, which is supposed to be in 2016. Whoa. Oh, and there I go again. Starting to second guess the idea of doing this first impressions, because it's going to be a lot of dead from me. I've never been overly great at Dark Souls games, and the first time out in one of these, you're definitely going to do poorly. Oh, okay, we got an axe here. Let's check this out. That's a lot more damage. Probably be super slow. You switch weapons with the direction button, just like in Dark Souls. That comparison's gonna come up way too often. Oh, meant to pick up my souls there. Or Amorite, or whatever it's called. Oh, good. He was guarding a dead end. Alright. I will say one thing about this game. The actual controls seem a little bit more freewheeling than a Dark Souls games. I don't know if that makes sense, but when I'm dodging, it just feels like I can just turn tail in a battle and run away. It's hard to explain, but it doesn't feel as heavy as a Souls game. Maybe we can get some backstabs or something here. Apparently not. I wonder if that's only certain weapons. I am liking this axe that I picked up, though. It's a really small gripe, but you can't attack from a block. You have to release your block to attack. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but it's one thing I've kind of gotten accustomed to in the Souls games, and it's just a little off-putting that I can't do it here. Change stance. R1. I'm not quite sure what changing stances does. It might just be that maybe you have one that's more defensive, that's one that's more offensive or speed based, but doesn't look like it's telling me here. So oh, maybe this one's faster. If these red markings really are people that have died, I'm not surprised, because there is a whole bunch of them. Alright, this stance definitely seems to be more of the speed one for the axe. Or maybe it is for all of them, I don't know. I'll be completely honest, I'm not super far into this, obviously, but even just on a very primitive first impression, if you are a Souls fan, and, you know, considering Dark Souls 3 just came out, so you probably are not done with it yet, but when you're done with it, if you want something else to play that's in a similar gameplay style, just with a different aesthetic, this game might be right up your alley. I know they don't have an exact release date listed yet. It's just supposed to be in 2016, but it's definitely one. Head on to the online for your PlayStation. I don't know if it's on Xbox as well, and just download the demo. It's free, and I don't think you'll regret it. I'm definitely going to have to find out which stat increases stamina and boost that up a bit if I don't die and lose all my souls. Oh, decapitated him. They did a great job with the ambiance here. The settings are fantastic. All the whispering in the background is just very, very mood setting. I like the little touches. I just noticed that enemies have a stamina bar as well. I'm sure that in other games of this type, enemies had some semblance of stamina bar as well. Maybe it was internal, but you couldn't see it. Here, you can anticipate it if an enemy is going to be blocking your attack, for example, when they will run out of stamina. Oh, well that was quick. You know what? I'm going to take that opportunity to sign off. I know this demo is not overly long on my part. I will continue to play it. However, if you are interested in anything you saw here, I have to say, from a first impressions, aside from a little bit of a gripe with the controls, this is going to be a good game. Definitely check it out. It's a free demo. I believe, you know, from online, it's supposed to be, you know, 30 minutes or so. Maybe that's if you do it successfully, which obviously dying is going to be a big part of it. Get used to seeing that screen. But really, I don't have much else to say about it. Great atmosphere. Controls take a little bit to get used to, but check it out.